Another thing that I'm going to say just right now. I don't know how many of you are still stuck in the Stone Age, but I need to make an announcement. Because nobody told me. I had to find this out on my own, okay? But we've reached a milestone in technology, okay? Masturbation has gone up a level. I know that's inappropriate. I'm sorry. I know it's gross and weird, and I'm not trying to be creepy. I'm just trying to, like, share knowledge. Like, we live in the future, dude. It's insane, okay? And what it comes down to is that if you still look at a laptop or a phone and watch porn, you're a fucking caveman, okay? And if you're the kind of person that's wondering, I'm a caveman for watching porn on my phone, or I'm a caveman for watching it on my computer, what other way is there to do it? I'll tell you right now. You could virtually enter another dimension and just bone a porn star. Like, not even like a cartoon of it. No, like some dude fucked a bitch with a camera strapped impossibly to his head. Like 7 cameras impossibly strapped to his head. Like some sort of weird gizmo camera. Like, as his head. Like, he's forked this broad, and you can just watch the video from his perspective of him just like... And it sounds... It probably doesn't sound great, but let me tell you right now. Once there was magazines, okay? I remember finding a porno magazine and I was like, oh, shucks, you know what I mean? And I remember when magazines would do it, you know? And then when videos came out and you started getting more used to videos, and then the internet came out to where you could just start, like, Googling, like, you're like, well, okay, 7 hot milfs having a gangbang, and they're all Asian. And it just gives it to you. Okay, so then we had that. You know? So then we had the internet. And so not only did you have this, like, just obscenely ridiculous library that seemed to go on forever of just any porn you can imagine. Not only did we have that, just everyone had just automatically had it in their pocket. Everybody automatically just had the biggest porn fucking library in the world. Everyone just automatically had one in their pocket one day. And then we realized that magazines are for cavemen. That magazines are for if you're in jail, or for if you're Amish, or for if you're like 12. Okay? Nobody uses magazines now that there's the internet. No, but okay, so there's magazines, and then the internet, and screens came out. And then you're like, oh, I can just watch a video of a person just getting fucking boinked. Why would I look at this fucking piece of paper? You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, without a doubt, this isn't my opinion. This is just facts. This is just me stating my This is me stating my observation of the world around me. And if you haven't caught on, then that's okay. And if you disagree with me, then that's fine. You're just, you know, cavemen don't realize how behind they are. You know what I mean? If you disagree with what I'm saying, it's like you saying the same thing as like, no, I still use magazines. Or magazines are always going to be better than the internet. It's like, okay, dude, you're entitled to your belief, but it's not true. I don't know what fucking magazines you got, dude, but I don't think they're better than the internet, or a screen, or a video. You know what I mean? And so this is what it comes down to in my eyes. So there was magazines, and then there was the internet with your phone. And it's like, oh, okay. So this is in the past now. Nobody uses magazines. It's all about the internet with their phone. And then came VR. Just virtual reality, okay? I'm not going to explain what that is again. Just virtual reality porn. You haven't experienced it? Level up already, okay? Evolve already, okay? Get with the times. Because it's not, my opinion, it's not like, it's a fact. It's just, this is the next level, okay? Say, oh, I don't like VR porn because, well, you did it wrong or something, but you do sound like you're dumb. If you say, oh, I've tried VR porn, I didn't like it, I prefer my cell phone. Okay, well, that's literally the same thing as you saying, I prefer magazines to the internet. Because you did it wrong or something, okay? It's like, oh, I tried to use the internet to get porn, and I typed in frickin' Randy hot mamas, and I didn't see any nudity. You did it wrong, Grandpa, okay? Type in slutty fucking Mexican MILFs or some shit getting wrecked in the boobs, or just use some more juicy wordage, okay? And or just say plumber for hire, or just, be more creative, and I guarantee you'll find nudity, Grandpa. Just try, and don't be a fucking schmuck from fucking 1841, okay? That's what it is really about. But so you did it wrong, okay? I'm telling you that for sure. VR porn is the future. It's not me being a fucking creep like VR porn's the future. No, I'm just trying to help you out, okay, is what I'm trying to do. Anybody that's looking at their phone, that is weird to me now. That's what I'm trying to say, is that it's the next evolution. Things go in an order, and things progress, okay? VR is the obvious natural progression. And sure, it costs a little bit of money, but once you figure out, you're like, oh, I had to buy a phone, and that costs a little bit of money. Last time I had to evolve. Oh, yeah, so it's one of those things, okay? Remember when cell phones didn't exist, and then you had to buy a phone and adapt, and now, oh my God, it's so great. Yeah, it's going to be one of those things. I hate to break it to you, but yeah, this isn't just me saying this. This is going to happen. Everybody's going to be watching VR porn in like a decade. I guarantee it. Anybody that looks at a phone is going to be a fucking weirdo, because I'll tell you right now, it's already weird to me. You want to know why? Because that's like you're like watching people have sex on your phone. That's like watching Indian in the cupboard porn, dude. That's like watching the littlest people ever fucking do it, And think about this. If you're watching your phone, you have all of this frame of reference around you. And then you have this little screen of these people doing it. Or if I'm looking at my monitor, it's like, okay, there's this, and then this entire frame of reference around it is the room around it. But this little screen in the middle of my view, that's where the action's happening. And then you have to look in, and then you have to skip ahead, and then you have to find the right angle, and then you're gotta go back, and then you skip ahead. I don't know. Everybody's got their own shit, right? But it's because I tried to explain how VR porn was the future to somebody before, and they said something like they tried it, and that how would that make sense? And I was like, well, how does watching porn on your phone make sense? Because, I get it. I used to do it. But when you evolve, you realize the evolution. You know what I mean? And you don't devolve. Okay? Things don't devolve in nature, okay? But I remember having that conversation with him, and I was like, so you're telling me that you can watch a small screen of a person on your phone, and you can watch two people having sex, and if you get close enough, and you just get really into it, and you can get lost in the moment, and it works for you, right? Yeah, it works for you? Okay. So then, I don't understand how it's hard to comprehend that if you had somebody else's literal frame of reference that's actually boning a supermodel, and you could look through their eyes, and everything that they see, you see, and you can look around the room, you're like, oh, this guy's got a nice-ass condo. And then you look back, you're like, how can this camera move and it's in 4K, and and this chick's looking you in the eyes, it's like, so that's how. If you can watch two people doing it, and that works for you, then no fucking could you put on some glasses, and you're just in another dimension, you're just in another realm, and this hot-ass bitch just walks right up to you, and it's so real that you get chills, that you get nervous, that your body reacts, because these helmets cut off the light, they focus, the cameras that these porns are filmed with are some alien technology weird shit, I don't even want to know what that camera looks like, but it's insane, and so you can just put on goggles, and you're just like, oh, I am that porn star now for a day. Sure, you can't control them, and it's a little weird because you gotta look down and see somebody else's wiener, but it's funny because you get over that so quick, okay? It's you just kind of think, oh, I'm somebody else, or oh, my wiener just looks like this, or I don't know what you think, but you think you're fucking there. And when a person walks up to you in VR, it's funny because you've seen all these porn stars on your phone, or you've seen these porn stars, but when they walk up to you and you're like, oh, this chick's shorter than I thought, or oh, this chick's taller and chunkier than I thought, or oh, this chick looks way different in person. It's funny because it's like you're face to face with these porn stars that you've seen your whole life. If it's me or whatever. But you get face to face. And it's funny because when you put on goggles and you're just in a room on the casting couch, and this chick that you've seen in 100 pornos, this chick just walks up to you and gets in your face and just gets naked, and it's like it's happening in front of you, then yeah, you stop using your phone. Your VR headset breaks and you have problems now. It's not your recreational device. No, my portal to these other dimensions, some sexual, some not, this portal is broken, okay? Because all of a sudden I need a functioning computer and a headset to jack off now, and I see how that's a problem. I get it, I know, but it's better than devolving. It's almost like if your phone breaks, you're like, are you gonna go back to magazines? Because remember, it's that thing. And I'm done talking about VR porn, but the point is it's insane, okay? And the people that have, like, there's a very specific app that you have to watch the porn through to make it work, at least in my experience. Because you can watch the VR videos, and sometimes they're disorienting, or you're like, what the fuck is wrong with this thing? But there's certain apps, or there's one called Play a VR or something, where you can take the video and adjust it. And that makes all the fucking difference in the world. Because if you've ever gotten VR porn and you're like, oh, I don't like this, it's probably because it was like a square and it like would follow you. And then you're like, this seems sort of immersive, but not really. But then there's ones that like wrap around and up. And it's like, if you've downloaded these VR porn videos and you just pull them up and you pull them up on a headset, it's kind of like might not be aligned correctly, or like something might be off about it, and you're like, what the fuck? You're like, okay, I feel like I did it right, but it's not done right, or did I fuck something up, or is the technology just not there yet? And yeah, good question. But if you get this app that's called Playa VR, like Play VR, like, hey, I want to play a VR video. You get that thing, and all of a sudden, while you're in the headset, you can take that video and you can adjust it, you can bring it up, you can mold it, you can bring it up and down and morph it. And so with that app, you can take the 3D videos and morph it to your frame of reference, so that now when you look around, it doesn't look like a square that's moving, but it's actually a wrapped around thing. Like, you have to adjust it. It takes a second, and I'm sure that that won't be a thing in the future, but it's kind of weird, you know what I mean? Like, if you just go on the internet and you watch a VR porn thing, and in the little bottom corner, it says Enter VR, and you click on that, and it brings it up, that's going to be a shitty experience. I'll tell you that right now. It's going to be a shitty, weird experience. It'll be okay, but it's not going to be the VR porn experience that is evolutionary, that's changing the game, this everyone's going to do. No, you need this app, and I don't know why this isn't a thing that's known, but you need this app, and once you have the app that can take the video and morph it, and so once you can take that video and morph the person to you, boop, fucking, the game's changed. Oop, game over. Yeah, the game changer. Oh, yeah, that changed everything. Okay, so VR porn is real now. It's just a thing that is great. Yeah. So yeah, I'm done talking about it. Okay, I can only talk about it for so long. For a long time, I thought, I'll just keep this to myself. I'll just have my own fucking sexual dimensions. I'll keep them to myself, and I'll never see the light of day. And I'll just rot away, and I'll be selfish about it. But I've been doing that for a while now. No, I'm just kidding. And I decided that the world needs to know, because I don't know if people have caught on to this stuff. Like, I talk to my coworkers, and I talk to my friends, and I get the notion that people are still using phones and tablets and stuff. And it's not like, oh, go buy a gaming computer and a VR headset so that you can whack off. And it's like, no. But Vives are like $200, and they're their own computer and their own thing. So that's literally $200 for its own setup. Boom, right there, done. Literally done. $200. And it's its own computer. You don't need anything. It connects to the fucking thing. It doesn't even have fucking cords, bro. You know what I mean? It's funny, the very first VR headset thing that I played, I was like, oh, this is really nuts, and this is like the first one. The second one that came out was $200 less and 100 times more insane. Didn't even have wires. The tracking just does itself. You can tap it, and it turns on cameras to where you just can see the room around you, to where it's like you don't have a headset on now all of a sudden. You're like, okay, cool. So the next model is just fucking bonkers, ridiculous, fucking way better. And you're just like, oh god, where's this going to go in a couple decades? Am I going to be a sexual fucking weird ninja stuck in another dimension somewhere fucking screaming for help, and nobody's going to be able to fucking hear me because I'm just really in my room stuck upside down naked on a treadmill? But you know what? That's my destiny, isn't it? So, okay, Kyle, fight your destiny. Oh, okay, cool, yo, I will if that's what it is. But it's just... It's chaos waiting to happen. I'm done now, Anywho... yeah. It's gonna be insane. Get it together. Evolve. Do what you need to do. But the future is waiting for you.